Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on stage 6 of the Agora Alien Xenomorph. And this is where we start putting the skin together on the arm. And because of that, I will do a lot of this off screen. So we've got a couple of parts for the shoulder right here. We've got the elbow skin, very important. Last time I did this, the last arm, I forgot to glue this. I had to glue it after the arm was together. Got the little bag. Got a little grommet here. Make sure nothing's left in this bag. And we've got, should have some screws in here. So, looks like we have 2 screws, 2 washers, and then 5 flange screws. So the first thing it tells us to do is to take this skin. Like I said, I forgot to glue it on the last time, on the last arm. You can take this skin and you're going to fit it over the elbow like this. And before I do that, I'll show you there are lugs here on either side, and there are holes in the skin that match up with those lugs. So it doesn't matter that entirely much, other than the fact if you don't glue the skin now and you can't get a good grip on it later on, this seam will come open sometimes. So I've got that on there, and it actually says to glue this, well, after you put these screws in, it says to glue the skin there. And it says to use, let's see, 4 screws, 1 screw, glue the edges. It doesn't say what kind of glue to use. I use CA. But you have to also be aware that you got to be careful not to get CA all over the place. I use the black CA because it's flexible. But what's also going to help to hold this skin in place is these flange screws. I just put one in place. You see it's there. What it does is it's going to keep the skin from coming up over top of it. Obviously, you could pull the skin over it. It might rip the skin, but it will hold it mostly in place. So there's a second screw going in. And I think I can glue this on screen. I just need to get some zip ties first, because it's a difficult spot to glue. And I think because I said I wasn't going to do it on screen last time, that's why I forgot. I honestly forgot to glue it until after the fact. So we'll go ahead and set those pieces up there, get these pieces out of the way. And we're not going to use this super glue for it. We're going to use the black CA, and you can see there are 4 very small pins on there. You'll set them in place. I wonder if I can do this without using a zip tie. Probably not. It doesn't want to stay in place very well. Probably just need zip ties on the top and bottom. So let me pause for a second while I go and get some zip ties. Okay, so I've got the CA. Like I said, you can see there's the seam. Let's go ahead and set this like this. We're going to take the black super glue and hopefully, yeah, it is not clogged. We're going to start by putting some, if we can get it, there we go. We're going to put some glue along the inside of this seam. This takes a little bit to cure. Once it does cure, it is really good on this. So close that. Take a zip tie. Wrap it around here real quick. Make sure we don't pull this together yet. Is it gonna be? Okay, there we go. It's just starting to engage there. And so what I want to do is I want to push this upper edge here, and I'm trying not to run the super glue over the outside of the seam. Okay, looks like it's going to be easier to do the back first. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to run one here. Actually, it's barely tight enough to let me do the thing to tighten it. So now that's not going to work. Snips. Might need to get more of these, because what's happening is I'm pulling this one over and it's wrinkling, trying to avoid that. So we're going to take a double zip tie, wrap it around here. The key thing is I'm trying to get this seam to match up as perfectly as I can once it's actually attached. And there we go again, pulling it too far. Damn it. Excuse my language. Thankfully I'm not marked as family friendly. Yeah, that's not going to work very well there. Let's take this, snip this back off. Maybe this is why I forgot to do this. So we're going to just take some regular clamps and see what we can do here. See if I could, if you were able to glue this off the arm and then slide it on, it would be a little bit better. I mean, you can see there, I've got glue everywhere right now. Let's see if we can take some of this excess off of here. Up here at the front, maybe I can get that there. That should work. Let's see if I could get it to set really quick, which black super glue doesn't set really quick. If I could get this to set really quick right now, it would be perfect. Now the black super glue takes a little bit. I've never tried it. Where is it? There it is. Somebody said over there, so I found it. Never tried the accelerator on the black. It's either going to work, not work, or make a bad situation really bad. It's either going to do something good or do something bad. Hopefully it's going to do something good. Go ahead and close this back up. See what that did, if anything, for me. Not sure if it did anything good or bad. I'm going to wipe it off. We're going to leave this alone for a little while. Come back, give it some time to dry, and always end up with that black stuff on my hands. Okay, and so the rest of this stage there, we're gluing this skin together, or not this skin, but the other skin together over top of the arm. So I'm going to do that off screen. We're going to come down here to these parts. It says drop this thing on here. Just looking. Okay. So we drop the grommet on here. We take these two pieces. They are reversible. It does not matter which way you put this on here. You can put this together like this. You're going to put a nut into each of these holes, and you're going to drive the screw in from the other end. So my next trick after this stage is going to be gluing the skin onto that arm, which I'll do the rest of it off screen. I tried a little bit there. You saw it. It works a little bit. It's not conducive to a video. Come on. I'm just trying to get the nut to drop into place here. And it's not wanting to cooperate. So we'll drop the screw in here. Push the screw up on there like that. And we'll see what we can do here with the nut. So you can't see it, but what I did was I took my finger, set it on there until it started catching, and the threads come up after it pushes down through. So do the same thing on this side. I'm going to put the screw in, kind of set the nut on there like that, just kind of however it'll fit. And then we're just going to put some pressure on there until it drops into place and screws down. Let's see, and then this doesn't matter which way it goes, just goes on top of that rubber grommet. Actually, rubber grommet goes into here easier that way. What is, oh, okay, I didn't, there are striations on here. You have to make sure that you've got them lined up to where it'll actually slip down, because you can hear that clicking. That is how the arm will stay in place once you put it in place and when it's finally assembled. And that, other than, wow, there's a scratch on the tablet. I'm not sure if it's a scratch or if it's dirt, but that, other than gluing the skin onto the arm, is all there is to do in stage 60. And it says right here, pack 8 and stage 60 are now complete. So 8 out of 13 packs are complete. We're getting there. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're enjoying this content. If you do, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new videos. Matter of fact, if you would subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. 25% of my viewers are subscribed. The other 75% are not. Trying to get up to where I can start getting sponsored builds for the part works, because otherwise they're going to dry up on my channel. I can't afford to pay for them anymore. With that, I'm going to say have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video.